No Door on Her Mouth, a Lyrical Amputation, which is the work that I'm bringing to the Blue Room, it's not so much a work about resisting romantic love, although that is definitely one of the core themes. The whole notion of resisting romantic love came out of a conversation I had with a fabulous woman called Margaret Cameron, who's a poet, philosopher, performer. And we were talking about my body of solo work, and I kind of had this aha moment where I realized that in some way, every time I've made a work, I've been in some way looking at romantic love and deconstructing this Western myth of romantic love. That's not to say that I'm at all cynical. I'm absolutely obsessed with love. It's one of my passions, and I'm very hopeful about the human capacity for love. But yeah, so resisting romantic love is something that kind of permeates all of my work, or questions about romantic love and what's beautiful about it, and also maybe what's not so useful about it. With this work, No Door on Her Mouth, I think one of the leaping off points was a question I had about why some women participate in situations that oppress them. Why is it that some strong and intelligent women collude in their own self-limiting or self-silencing gestures, or situations that ultimately aren't that good for them? And beyond that, what is this human potential for making self-limiting choices? These were questions I think that I had going on. And I started to look on impulse at the diva as an icon of strong, expressive, independent womanhood. I thought maybe she could be a useful icon to explore in relation to this question. I thought maybe she could be an antidote or an answer, until I discovered that the diva always dies, or at least the characters that she portrays in opera, which is where diva comes from, always die. They always, well, they love passionately, transcendently, transgressively, but then they die. They get stabbed, they stab themselves, they throw themselves from great heights or into fires, or they quite literally expire on the spot. So I had this, so suddenly this notion of resisting romantic love seemed to be quite useful, or quite a useful strategy for ensuring a long and healthy life. And at the same time as looking at the diva with her voice and her agency, but also her self-immolation, I also became really interested in this myth about a handless maiden. It's a medieval myth about a girl who gets her hands chopped off. This is because her dad makes a really bad deal with the devil. Ultimately, her hands grow back, but I became really interested in her mute sacrifice to this amputation. I became really curious about her veil of tears, and I was quite taken with her journey as she wandered into an orchard, and the trees bend down their boughs and feed her their fruit. And it got me thinking, on the one hand I had the diva with her voice as a symbol of agency, and on the other I had this handless maiden, and whose hands eventually grow back. So I was thinking about, wounding and regrowth, transformation, and also hands as symbols of things that, also a symbol of agency, I guess, what we hold on to, what we let go of, getting a handle or getting a grip on things. So all of these things have been informing the making of No Door on Her Mouth. And the mouth itself is a threshold. It's a space where things pass, they come out, or they enter into. So it's this threshold space. What are the things that we say? What are the things that we don't say? What are the things that we hold back? What are the things that we take in? What are the things that we absolutely can't swallow? So out of all of this exploration, I've been creating this work, No Door on Her Mouth, the Lyrical Amputation. And when you come to see it at the Blue Room, don't expect to see a play, but what you can expect is to be taken on a journey into an orchard, into a liminal threshold space, into a place of reception, into a very poetic and imagistic landscape. And this allows me to talk about a number of things. Romantic love is amongst the themes, but I'm talking about love and loss and agency and desire. And ultimately, I'm hoping to enchant and provoke and amuse, and to leave you with a sense of love, which is my obsession.